Oh my goodness. Sweet. All right. I'm just going to sit here for a second. This is part 2. I'm going to do the whole thing over. I'm going to wait for the subs to fill in. I was just about like 10 minutes into my feed, or 20 minutes into my feed, and a lightning strike just hit, and it just knocked, the power flashed, and I can't believe it. I know. Hey, I'm so sorry. Power flashed, Wi-Fi went out, and I'm like sitting here like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So we're going to start over and let people file in. This is just great. This is how my week has been going. I'm going to wait until we have some more subs come back, and I apologize, and then we'll start again if that's okay. You live off of Clark Road? Like you're in the same town as me? Jimmy? Do we know each other, Jimmy? Anyway. Oh my God, so sorry. Okay, so really quickly, while I'm waiting, okay, this is going to be the live broadcast of the Eyes of the World chart. I'll do the whole thing over again, and we'll get to Tom Shaw. I didn't see that, and we'll get to the whole chart. So really quickly, while we're waiting for people to file in, I will let you know, and I feel bad saying this, a lightning strike. A lightning strike. It's like bam, and everything went off, and I was like, terrible. Everybody's asking what happened. So you can fast forward. I'll wave my hand furiously when the lesson starts, in case you're looking at the replay. Oh, nice. Oh, Nate, Nate is your landlord? That's hysterical. Okay, so we're going to get to it. We're going to get to, I play Lightning Crashes. Yeah, hold on. I know Lightning Crashes. No mother cry. I used to play that. All right, so I was inside my house. Okay, so now really quickly, before we get to, if anybody asks, you can answer. So here's the thing: is a stitch method is going to be going dark for about 2 weeks. My friend Scott knows I have to have nose surgery. It's actually going to be a complete nose job. It's not cosmetic. It's because this whole thing is broken. Well, it keeps freezing. Does it keep freezing? This is the worst live broadcast ever. This is how my week is going. Is it freezing for everyone else, or is it just Don? Sorry, Don. It's okay for you. Okay, it's just you, Don. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be completely out of it. I'm having a nose job, so I can actually breathe out my nose for the first time in 38 years. And I'm not going to be doing anything with stitch method because I'm going to be on some. Thanks. I'm going to be on some hefty painkillers. So I'll be back. So this will be the last live feed, last professional feed for a while, and then when I'm back, we'll do everything I promised. And that was kind of a last minute decision. All right, so let's get to the Eyes of the World chart. Get your charts loaded up again. Here we go. I'm going to wave for the people in the playback so they know it's time. Here we go. All right, so I can smell. I just can't really breathe that well. Okay, so here we go. So we're on page 1, and we. Okay, I'm ignoring the chat. Here we go. So we have the 9th fret major scale. Now, it's very, very important. It's very important that we always, see our scale first. Okay, so we have, not always see our scale first. You want to know your scale shape. So we're going to go over that. You have 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 8, 9, 11, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12. Now, this is the first chart we have on page 1. This is, sorry, lightning strikes, take out Wi-Fi. This is where we need to start. And if you look at your chart, again, the pink notes are the root notes. You have the pink notes are your root notes. So you always want to come home to that. Here's my E major 7 loop. And I'm really coming home to the root notes. And you want to practice that, okay? You really want to know there's no place like home. It's something that's like a theme on stitch method, right? So here we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to now look at those purple notes, right? Those purple notes indicate the chord tones within the scale, the 1s, the 3s, the 5s, and 7s. That's a major 7th chord. So any which one of those are going to work. So I'm going to pause on those notes. Okay, I'm keeping it short because you can do this at home. And that's what you want to do. Now I'm going to stop this again. I got to move quickly because I already did this. Anyway, now the notes with the highlighted little outline, those are the notes with your chord tones, okay? Those are your chord tones, right? Sorry, those are your chord tones. Same mistake. And that is your chord shape. Now, that is a very viable component into soloing. If you can picture this, if you can just picture this on top of the scale, then you don't have to worry so much about your intervals or your triads, as we call them sometimes. Well, even though we have an extension, but really, you know, the shapes. This is going to save the day. So this right here, if I'm soloing now, I do know what numbers these are, but the thing is sometimes you just want to close your mind and you close your mind. You want to close your eyes. You just want to play. And if you can picture this chord shape on top of the scale, you can close your eyes and go because you can feel it out. All right, so that's the first chart. We're moving to the second chart. We're getting closer to where we were before in the lightning strike. You're on the 12th fret with a major scale, and we have this pattern: 12, 14, 12, 13, really, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, 11, 13, 14, 11, 13, 14, 12, 14, 11, 12, and you can get the 14 in there. All right, now, as discussed, just like the same thing, and you want to know where your root notes are, those are the pink squares. Ooh. Here it is with just like me focusing on my root notes. Ooh. Sounds great. Okay, so now here we go. Oh, Don, who lives in Sarasota, has got a severe weather alert. So if this goes out again, just wait for another live feed. Yes. All right, so now purple notes indicate all the chord tones, and these are the major 7th chord arpeggios: 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, and you can use any one of those as long as you like know where they are. That's what the chart is for. All right. And now, oh God, this looper, I swear to God. Okay, so, and the chord shape indicated by your highlighted notes: 1, 3, 5, 7. Now that, as I said earlier, that's a tasty voicing, and you can see that guy inside of your chord shape. It's so important that you can kind of let go. So here it is now. I'm just going to kind of focus on these guys. As I said in the live feed, which I forgot to say a couple minutes earlier, you know, you're playing a major 7th chord, and usually, somebody asked what the chart is. The chart, if you go to my YouTube channel and my latest video, or there's a video where I talk about the Eyes of the World chart, there's a link below it, and you can get it right there, okay? All right, so now, if somebody has the link, you can just put it in the chat bar. If you're playing a major 7th, the most important thing to learn is like, well, what chord are we playing? Oh, we're playing a major 7th. Well, that 7th is the most important thing. The last thing to come out of your mouth is the most important thing when it comes to soloing. So if it's a major 7th, you want to hit that 7th a lot, and you want to know where it is. So here's my solo in this major scale. I hope I'm doing a good job, like having you understand how the chart goes, because it gets really complex. You know, I'm going to solo, and I'm going to be a little bit heavy on my major 7s. Okay, and it really helps. Okay, yes, I'm back out of the lightning strike. All right, so so I can smell, guys. I can smell. I can't breathe through my nose really well anymore. Oh, it's gonna be a 3-hour surgery. It's gonna be great. All right, so now let's get to where we just were before the lightning strikes. And if it strikes again, it's an omen. I'll finish it up tomorrow. I'm kidding. Here we go. Now the connecting scale. Oh, before we go, just like I said, you know, this is your chord shape, and there's your major 7th, and that connects to this major 7th. So if you want to get saucy with it, you can combine both scales and you can combine both chord shapes. Something to strive for. Okay, something to really strive for is getting, you know, both of those scale shapes together and seeing how those chords kind of link together. Okay, it is a major 7th cage chord system that happens right there. Now, if you look at this guy here. Now, if you look at the chart, that's the 14th fret of the D string. And now you can look at the middle chart, you can look at the right chart. Again, I'm on page 1. That's a root note. And so now, you know, I can start my major scale from here. But you want to get this pattern down. Yeah, not like me. And get home to those root notes, those pink root notes. All right, so here it is. Here's the major scale jam. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate the vote of confidence. So here's the major scale, just root note to root note. Can Hear the thunder? So I'm kind of focusing on the root notes. Now I'm going to start focusing on the purple notes. The purple notes are all the notes of the major scale. I'm sorry, the major 7 chord. So I'm going to sit here and thank you. I think that's a thank you, Blake. So now I'm just going to sit and focus on those purple notes. Oh, swear to God, I can play guitar. All right, now let's get down to the grand finale of this chart. If you put your first finger on that 14th fret on the D string and you bar these guys over, you can see your outline notes. You can see that major 7th chord shape. That's an E major 7th. So here we have an E major 7th. Here we have an E major 7th. And here we have an E major 7th. So if I just want to do some chords, like warming up for the solo, right? Just and if I wanted the solo, I'd use those scales. Okay, so there's that. All right, so that is page 1, the E major 7 portion of the jam. Now remember, the E major 7 portion of the jam is the opening jam where they're just playing E7 before the vocals come in. And then the actual jam part, which has an E major 7. To the B minor 7 / D6. I know you guys know how I feel about that, and I'll defend that to the day I die. Okay, so right there, this jam is a pretty hefty one, so I'll be making a video on my YouTube channel, which is I'm doing right now, discussing the chart in particular. I know this chart is huge and has many pieces. Oh no, those black notes, by the way, somebody's asked about the black notes. Thank you for asking. The black notes represent notes in the scale that you want to think of them like thread. You have to use them to get to the other notes. If you stick to just the highlighted notes, you're going to sound like a robot playing just arpeggios. They're black. You can think of them as passing tones, but those are notes within the scale that you can use to travel, to move. You can pause on 1 or 2 of them. It's not going to hurt, but you definitely got to add them in. You know, Jerry Garcia isn't just an arpeggio player. He's very, very quick on his scales. So, okay, cool, gotcha. All right, so now second page. Now, guys, listen. If you hear a B minor 7, if you hear a D6, it's potato, potato, and I have to defend that. So, because like I wrote this in the chart, so I want you to understand. I wrote this like a week ago, so I'm going to read it out loud to refresh what I wrote. The B minor / D6 chord inside the A major scale. Now I'm going to stop here. After he uses the E major scale for the E major 7, they go to this B minor 7 / D6 chord, and he's going to be using an A major scale. Now, why the A major scale? Because he's actually using, this is a modal scale. He's using either a B Dorian, if you want to think of it, excuse me, if you want to think of it as a B minor chord being played. If I played an A major scale and put a B minor on top of it, it would make a bluegrass influence in Jerry's. No, you cannot. Okay, yeah, there is a lot of bluegrass. You cannot underestimate that. But if I'm playing an A major scale and I play a B minor chord on top of it, it's going to force that A major scale into a B Dorian, which only means, hey, we're starting the A major scale on the second note, A, B. Now, if I happen to play the D6 chord underneath it, it's going to force that into a D Lydian, which is a Lydian just means 4, so it's A, B, C, D, which means these are A major scales, and he gets the A major scale because of the second jam. It goes to an A major scale, so he's kind of just sitting on the A major scale and creating these modes, but when the second jam comes in, it has more of a resolve. So I hope this all makes sense. I'm going to read this, but it's an A major scale, and this is why I want to do the video for this particular page right here. All right, whether your ears hear a B minor 6 or B minor or a D6, what Jerry does is the same. He hits the D, the F sharp, the A, and the B notes at this very moment. To best visualize these notes, the following charts show the D major chord shape with the added B, which makes the D6, or it makes a B minor 7, however you want to see it. This way, your brain and fingers can see a pattern they recognize and add a note, keeping the thought process as clean as possible. But remember, all the notes are game. The catch is to use the A major scale. If you mentally root the A major scale on a D, it's a D Lydian. If you mentally root it on a B, it's a B Dorian. They're all the same scale. but it is stopping, the pausing, the starting on the notes mentioned above that gives this solo the flavor that it has. So now, just so I don't make a lot of people upset, I'm going to play this B minor 7. Okay. So now, just like a similar chart, we have those 3 scales. We have those 3 scales in order. 9th fret. Now, these are now A major scales. So if we look at the first one, let's just get the scale shape down. We have 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 12, 9, 11, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12. Now, this portion of the live feed is going to move faster probably than you can actually play, and that's not to sound offensive. It's just you're going to want to go and really study these and know these. But I'm going to move forward so that you can pause in the replay and get it. But spend time on each one of these charts as much as you need, all right? So I have this A major scale shape. Really? All right. And the most important thing is what I highlighted. The purple notes, if you notice, there's no pink notes here. There's no root notes that I pointed out. What I pointed out is all the notes in those chords, the Ds, the F sharps, the A's, and the B's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time on this B minor 7 chord / D6. And I'm going to sit and play this A major scale, but just like I did before, I'm going to stop on these chord tones. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you look, just to help you remember, if you want to look, if you put your first finger on that my God, D string 9th fret, and you play, here you have, this is actually a minor 7th chord shape. Okay? So you want to remember this, because if you're just playing the chords, and I'm in the same place, I'm in the same exact place that I was playing my E major 7. Someone put up a link to the chart. If someone can help this guy out, Cornholio, Leo. If somebody doesn't post a link, you can go to my YouTube channel, and it's like the second to last video I posted, The Eyes of the World. The link is in the description box if you need it. Okay. So look, if I'm on that 9th fret, and there's where that E major 7th chord was, and then here's where the D6 / B minor 7 is. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to use a scale, but I'm going to use, the chord tones that I can physically see. I don't have to worry about the intervals so much. You want to know those intervals, but when you want to close your eyes, you really want to sit and hit those notes. Okay. Now, hope that makes sense. I know I'm moving quick. Let's go to the second one. Now, just like I had a scale on the 9th fret, we will have a scale on the 12th fret. You're going to learn this probably from here to here, okay? So the 12th fret, A major scale, let's just take a look at the actual shape. You have 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, 11, 13, 14. That darn B string, you got to come up 15, sorry, 12. Oh my God, that was me. 12, 14, 15, 12, 14. And so the first thing you want to do is just load up a backing track of a B minor 7 or a B Dorian. And you want to sit and know that scale shape. I get comfortable. So now I'm just going to solo in that chord shape. I'm showing you what I want you to do to practice. Here's that shape with my backing track. Get used to it. So now let's go for the purple. All those purples notes are the B's, D's, F sharps, and A's of the notes that Jerry Garcia is hitting to celebrate the moment. So now I'm going to focus on the same scale path, but I'm going to use those dots. Here we go. Okay. You get the point. Now, if you want to look, this is kind of cool. This is a chord shape. I kind of think of this as a 6th chord, but 12th fret, you can see those circled notes. 12th fret of the A, 12th fret of the D, 11th fret of the G, and the pinky grabs that, 12th fret of the B, and there is your chord. Now, this is a chord that's hard to get to in the fly, but nonetheless, like... I can get it, you know. So you kind of want to spend some time going back and forth so you can see those. Oh, the only interest I have in this stream is the title. Sorry, buddy. I was doing a feed, and then lightning actually struck right next to my house and flashed, and the Wi-Fi went off. So I'll see you later. But it's just a redo. Okay, so now, here we go. 14th fret. We're on our 14th fret chart. It's right there. And this is, again, an A major scale, but we're kind of refocusing on it in a mode way. Okay, so let's look at this scale shape. We have 14, 16, 17, 14, 16, 17, 14, 16, okay? Sorry, 13, 14, 15, 14, 15, 16, 14, 16, 17. Now, this is an A major scale shape that's very, very common, but now we got to focus on those purples. So what I'm going to do right away is just focus on the purple notes. I'm going to use all the notes on the scale to sew everything together. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so now, whoa, that's pretty awesome. I'm going to count. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up. Now I'm going to make a backing track of E major 7 to the B chord / mystery D chord. If I can actually do it right. Here we go. Nice. Okay, so now, it is the description of the video put out earlier today. Good, okay. Oh, yep, they're buying it. I can see it happening. Thank you very much. So as you can see, that was very, very brief. All I was doing was I was playing my E majors that was discussed earlier in this video, and then my D Lydian, B Dorian, A major with the chord tones. Okay, so it's very important that you see the chord tones within the scales you're playing. Now I'm going to pause for a second before we get to the last portion, which is the last third. I'm just going to answer any questions. Any questions right now, hopefully that will help people in the replay about anything that I missed, anything that somebody's not clear on. No one will ever replace Jerry. No one will replace Jerry Garcia. That's just a fact. But I just want to see if you have any questions about what we talked about, not about like anything else, because I kind of want to keep it succinct. No questions. Okay. So I wrote at the bottom of this one's a bit harder. I suggest looping a B minor chord or a D chord and practicing these scales. Okay, I'll answer that question, John. Practicing these scales over a loop, or if you don't have a looper, finding a B Dorian backing track on YouTube and practicing these scales as well. Once you get these scales down, then you can work moving the E major scale to the E major 7 and the A major scale with the chord tones. So now, somebody just asked, what's the best way to practice linking the chords? You just sit and do it. You know, for the I mean, seriously, you sit in your TV, in front of your TV, and you practice your chord shapes, and you see, like, hey, do we have any notes that can link together? Okay, cool. Okay, here are my E major 7s for the jam. Sorry, you know, here they are. Okay, cool. I can see that. I can do this. And you sit and just play the chords. And when it comes to the minor 7s, those are tricky. I mean, you got to look at them and say, okay, well, you know, these are kind of new to me. So you want to sit a root note or yeah, you want to focus on the root notes. But the problem is with these, take care, buddy. The thing is, these guys don't play as nice. So you want to kind of like imagine. The question is how do you link them? You know, you want to see a root note, cool. But like the next one here, if you're looking, they don't really share anything, right? You got to be like, okay, well, I can see that I got to go here. Okay, cool. Okay, great, right? And then, oh, the last one, I forgot to show. The last one is this guy here, right? Did I do that right? Yeah, okay, so, no, sorry, here. There we go. I apologize. I forgot to show the chord tones. You just want to sit, and if you can't physically link the root notes to connect them, you got to see them, okay? So it's very, very important, all right? So the chords, those highlighted notes represent your chord shapes, and you just want to go back and forth. I hope I made it clear. All right, so we're on to our last third, which is the easiest one, all right? Let's scroll down to page 3. All right, the A major scale. This chart is easier. Look how consistent I am. Okay, on the second jam, we have 2 bars of the E major 7, 1 bar of the B minor 7, and 1 bar. I'll answer that afterwards. And 1 bar of the A. With this change, we just use the same exact scale. Sorry, somebody says yes, Matt, and the people in the chat should answer that. And if not, you can rewatch it in the playback. No problems. But focus on the A major chord tones. Seeing the A major chord inside the scale can take some time, so go slow and practice the major backing track. Now, if you're watching this live, or if you are watching some playback, you need to watch my How Bar Chords Connect video, because this is it in plain action. So let's just talk about the chords first. If you go to the 9th fret and you play a C-shaped chord, okay, that is an A chord. And there's your root note. And you put your first finger there, and there's your A-shaped A chord. Sorry, this is an A chord. This is an A chord. And then right here, you put your finger and you play that G-shaped chord, and that's an A chord. So here are your A chords. If you haven't seen my How Bar Chords Connect video, I suggest you watch that right away. All right? So now, here's the thing. The scales haven't changed from the B minor, from the, from the B minor D6, like modal composition that we were just on. We're still using the A major scale. But the chords have changed. At first, you're using the B minor 7th chords, right? That's what you're doing. And then afterwards, you're going to play the A major chords. My computer's went black. So if you look, it's the same scale, but you want to look at, if I can actually get on the right page, the pink notes, right? The pink notes are root notes. So if you look at that 9th fret, awesome sauce, right? So here is, let me record the new, I'm just going to record, I guess, an A chord right now, huh? All right, I got to pause for a second. Somebody said they could not find the chords, the charts. I'm just going to help them out. Go to my YouTube channel, go to Stitch Method, go to the video section, and go to most recent. And then the 2nd or 3rd video there says something about Eyes of the World. And so nice, okay. And in the description box, like in the little description box, is a link to the video. Okay, so now I have the A major, all right. And what we're going to do is we are going to, pardon me, I was going to see this. Is this burning up? Okay, it is. All right, so I'm going to play the first box, 9th fret, same scale, volume, but now I'm going to focus on my chord tones, right? Okay. The 2nd scale box, the exact 2nd box, the same box we were doing before, same box, it's right here. All right, but you want to focus now on the A chord tones, and they're circled. You can see it. All right, I'm going to kind of keep this like fast here because I don't want everyone to like roll their eyes. All right, but here it is in this box. There's your A's. Same thing for the next scale on the 14th fret, which we've already done. All right, it's right here, but you can see there's the chord tones. They're highlighted: 1s, 3s, 5s, 1s, 3s, 5s, and 1s, better known as triads. All right, but just chord tones, just your chord tones, and the scale. Oh, look at that! I don't know if you look. If you look at my last chart, I have the 7s listed. Don't even worry about the 7s. That's a typo, so ignore that. Great, it's a typo. Don't worry about the 7s, just the color tones. So now, let's take everything and let's put it together. All right, so let me get the jam going. Let me get the 2nd jam, which is. Here it is, right? E major 7 to the Dorian. Oh, sorry. So do you mean to play all the chord tones? Not all of them, as much as you want to. So right there, just to explain, I was on my first charts, like the E major 7. I'm reading my chart. Yes. Okay. There's this, right? There's that. And then here is, then you have the B minor 7 arpeggio, which is weird, but you want to know it, and the A. So you want to see those, and you want to change your scales. So for box 2. You want to try doing it all in box 3, and not boxes, sorry, just the places I have them. Okay, so I'm going to kind of wind down. I'm just explaining how to use the chart. I hope this is all making sense. Now, the bonus, thank you, is the last page just shows you all the scales next to each other, so you can kind of see it all in one shot. So the last page is like, okay, there's the 9th fret, E major 7. There's the 9th fret, B minor 7th, and there's the 9th fret, A. So you can kind of fire across, right? And okay, let me take the 12th fret. There it is. You can use them all across, and then the 14th fret. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not going to go over that because we already did. It's just you can use everything on the 9th fret, and you're great. I'm going to jump to the 12th fret. Cool. I can do this, and I can go. So practice it. That's the end of the lesson. I hope that was worth it. I hope it made sense as to what to do with this chart. I hope that you understand why I did a video for this chart, because this is a monster chart. It's a monster jam. Oh, God. Going down the road is feeling bad. All right, I am done with the lesson. Why would I play it in harmonic minor? Why did I play? Treat yourself to a cookie for this monster lesson. I will myself to a cookie for this monster lesson. All right, so questions. Monster. Thanks again. Thank you. Any questions? Going backwards on the number line. Great jam. C major, I think. I can definitely do that. Okay, so just in case anybody coming in, again, stitch method going dark, like dark, for about 2 weeks. I have to have nose surgery. This all came from my head, Albert. Yeah, these are my charts. I sit and I type them out. Love your vids. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Beautiful. I'm glad you all liked it. Okay, so if you liked it, and you know, fellow, it is such a severe deviant septum that both the ENT and the plastic surgeon were like, "Whoa, man, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." So, enjoy this chart if you're playing. Enjoy everything. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. But they have to really. I mean, it's gonna be hefty. I'm going to the Orlando Dead and Company show, and I'm going to the Fort Lauderdale Dead and Company show. Joseph, what are you doing? All right. Yes. Okay. It would be super cool if we had some original Stitch music. You know what? That's a great idea, and it's something I'm gonna get to. It's just been a busy month. I mean, not that I'm gonna share this with you. You had the hurricane, and then my mom had a super bad health scare, and I had to fly up for a week to New York. And it was just craziness. Now I'm back. I'm trying to settle in, clean up the yard from the hurricane. My fence is down. My pool is green. And you just mean bend a note? No, I just didn't bend a note. Just to keep it clear, you can bend notes if you have a note and you want to pick a note and bend a note up to in the chart. You can you can find it. No live lessons from the surgery. Where's the hey man, hurricanes? Yeah, if I come back from the surgery and all the hydrocodones and Percocets and whatever they give me don't put me to sleep, maybe I will definitely. No, I don't have to shave for the surgery. I don't have to shave my beard off. Bend your thirds at the. Sorry, it's okay. I appreciate it. Tell us how much it hurts. I will tell you how much it hurts. The guy said it's not going to hurt too much. It's going to hurt as if I got punched in the nose and broke my nose. So I'll let you know on a scale of 1 to, kill me. So anyway, any questions, any concerns? Thank you so much for being here. Again, I anyone who got the chart, or we'll do more Zeppelin. I love Zeppelin. Anyone who got the chart or is going, hey, Jared, sorry, Freddie King, yes. Jared, I saw that you bought the chart earlier today. Thank you. And I was about to say, anyone who bought the chart, thank you so much. Anyone who buys the chart, in the replay that I don't say hi to, thank you again. And I needed to make this for this particular chart because it's crazy. So I'm glad you like the charts. You should do a vid on amps and effects. Yeah, what's funny? I don't think I have a Jerry tone. And if I do, it's definitely coming from this guitar and the settings. It just has that natural bite. I really feel like it's the neck. The neck is a very light wood, and it has a good bite, and it lets me kind of pop that note, that sound like Jerry. But I'll definitely talk about that. I accidentally bought a new amp. I don't know if I'm going to return it, so I might do a review on that. I still have Sean's 100,000 sub from lessons. Thank you so much. And Empire Charts. Thank you, Aaron. I still have Sean's video to do. I still have Chalk Dust Torture to do. Going down the road. Yeah, I can do going down the road. I'm going to be doing, and if you guys like this, I'm going to be doing more like live lessons with charts. And the only reason being is like if I'm going, and I know it sounds weird, if I'm going to sell a chart for $1.49, and you're going to spend any money on it, I want it to be an awesome chart. I want it to be a chart that you can like look at and understand. And I feel like doing a live lesson based on that to help you guys like see it is worth it to me and it's worth it to you, but you need to upgrade the brass nut. Trust me. Yes, you do need a brass nut. Yeah, Jared. I talked to Jared on the phone. That's a cool guy right there. And you're in Long Island, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. Oh, help him away, Slipknot. We can do all of it. We can do all of it. You know what's funny? Yeah. Okay. So Sean's new guest. Just to let you know, anyone who saw Sean's video, I was teaching at the studio today. I'm teaching, and also the door opens, and it's Sean. I'm like, "Yo, Sean, what are you doing?" And then this guy walks in with this giant beard, and I like push Sean out of the way. I was like, "Whoa, like this is awesome!" And he was telling me how he was in a beard contest. And I'm like, "You had to have won." Oh, way off South Carolina. Sorry, Jared. Didn't mean to insult you there, but I thought he won. He's like, "No, I came in like 43 out of 50," and I was like, "Whoa." Anyway, he was a monster beard. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is me signing off for the next two weeks, right? How do you access the charts? If you go to any of the videos with the songs that you're interested in, usually in the description, like the Eyes of the World video, in the description box is a link. Okay, it's okay. I'm actually going to turn this off, and the replay will start back. All right. I'm probably going to end up deleting the first video. And thank you so much. And when I'm back and my all healed up from this surgery, which kind of scared of, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's gonna be brutal, I know, but there's 100 videos on Stitch Method, and I'm sure you haven't seen one of them, right? Thank you so much. I'll still be answering or talking through YouTube through the comment section, so if you comment, I can be like, yeah, I'm totally disoriented. Yeah, good, yeah, and then thanks, man. I hope that you guys are getting better with this lesson and all the charts. Thank you so much. You guys definitely make my day. Peace out. Take care, guys.